The great C.S. Lewis described love as unselfishly choosing for another's highest good. Parents, when your child asks to eat an entire Toblerone chocolate bar for breakfast, rather than the bowl of healthy oatmeal with fruit that you put on the table in front of them, if you really love them, then you would let them do what they wanted, right? Or does your love for them compel you to seek what's best for them and to say no to the chocolate breakfast that you know will give them a tummy? How often as a parent do you tell your kids no? Does that make you unloving? Even when you look at your group of friends, are the friends who truly love you the ones who warn you from making bad choices? Or the ones who nod approval, regardless of what destruction those choices may lead to? Now, as I observe culture, it seems like the understanding and meaning of love is strictly based on approval or acceptance. You only love me if you approve of everything I say and do. If you don't love me at all. Not approving everything someone does or says is something even seen as being hateful sometimes. You know, 3 words that we hear now often in the world in place of love and held up as most virtuous are tolerance, diversity, and equality. Yet it can feel more than ever that nobody tolerates a diverse view or treats one another equally. Love seems to be very conditional. Is this the same as how the Bible describes love? In 1 John 3:18, John wrote, "Let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions." Through the words and actions of Jesus, we see what love is and how we should understand it. He told us, and then even more importantly, showed us what love is. He didn't just talk the talk, he walked the talk. He taught to love your enemies. Then, while hanging on the cross, doomed to die, he prayed for the Roman soldiers who hammered the nails in his hands and feet and ripped the clothes from his body. He said in John 15:13 that there's no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. Jesus said this and later laid down his life for his friends. This Advent season, may we remember that Jesus entering the world as a baby was love in action. Him dying on the cross was love in action, and his second coming will also be love in action. Jesus showed that love wasn't just approval. Otherwise, he would have just stayed up in heaven and left us to carry on. But because he loves us, he intervened, warning those who would listen about the destructive paths they were on, like a good friend, like a good parent who wants their child to be healthy, like a friend who will try to stop you from making poor decisions. Let us not just try to tolerate one another. Let us transcend tolerance as Jesus did, loving people enough to tell them the gospel. May we be patient and kind, not being jealous, boastful, or rude. May the love we share not demand our own way, not be irritable, not keep track of how we've been wronged. May our love rejoice in the truth, never losing faith, always being hopeful, and enduring through every circumstance. May our love always protect, always trust, always give hope, always persevere. May our love be sacrificial and unconditional. This is the love of Christ. We may experience love and heartbreak in this life on earth, but Jesus' endgame for us is to experience the fulfillment of love in his presence and his friendship forever. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me that nothing can separate me or us from his great love. Happy Advent.